Hi, this is Paul with Alpha Rain. I'm coming to those in White Post, Virginia, talking to you about metal roofing. We are the metal roofing company. That's all we do. We've been installing metal roofs for the last 15 years, pretty much exclusively. And one of the things that we have really been looking into for the last 10 years about, and we observing it for the 5 before that, was ventilation. Ventilation is a big issue in a lot of homes, a lot of older homes, and we even discovered in newer homes that they did not have proper ventilation. So with that being said, we've designed an entire under roof ventilation system that to this date is the most energy efficient ventilation system in America. And I want to show you a little bit about that and then talk to you about how that works, the theories behind it, and the results we've actually had, not just theory, right? So this is called the Therm Event. You can see it has grooves here that run vertical. And what we do with this is we have a radiant barrier that goes down first. It reflects 97% of the radiant heat. And then the any heat that actually makes it through hits these grooves, and hot air rises, and it will actually vent out the top of your roof through our vented ridge vent, which if you look on metal roofs, start noticing the ridge vent, the ridge caps, we should say, okay? A lot of them don't have any ventilation. You can see how that's the old style, but then the ones that actually have ridge caps, 99% of all the ridge caps, ridge vents, quote unquote, however you call them, they don't vent actually. And the reason is because of how they're installed. Ours is vented because we actually have a machine that perforates the metal and allows for the air to escape through that. And that's a whole nother topic. I could do a whole video on that. But I want to talk to you more about this ventilation system. Our ridge vent works. And so this ventilation system, this panel, it is about an inch, just under an inch thick, right? And this is a great way to stop the transfer. Styrofoam is a great way to stop. So if your metal roof is on this side and the sun is hitting it, it won't actually allow for the transfer of that heat, very much of it at all. And any that does make it through hits these grooves and rises naturally through hot air rising. And so this whole system doesn't use any electricity, and it's just all passive, which is great. So the radiant barrier then is also down. It acts as a waterproof during installation if you have any light rains or anything. We try not to tear off more than we need when we're installing, but every now and then, it rains at least once a week during the spring, summer, and fall in Virginia, sometimes more. Sometimes you're not sure if it's going to rain, and so that'll protect. It'll dry you in. It's the underlayment also. So, but it'll radiate that heat also away from your attic. So let's talk about actual what the results we've actually gotten with this system. 150 degrees is the temperature, the average attic temperature that we find on an 85, 90 degree, even 95 degree day. And some of those, as it gets to 90 degrees and 95 degrees, the attic is actually 160 degrees sometimes in these attics. So 150 degrees, I mean, it's baking up there. You do not want, if you go in your attic, you want to stay in there less than a minute because you're going to be sweating, and bad things happen when you're in that type of heat. Our bodies aren't made to be in that type of heat. So, but what you're doing is, let's say you have your AC at 75. Well, you have 150 degrees in the attic. That's going to work its way through the insulation. I mean, you would have to have like R100, and don't quote me on that. I'm just guessing. But you have to have a lot of R value in the insulation to protect against 150 degrees and trying to get it down to 75. So if we're able to bring that attic air temperature down to 100 degrees, right? Now your AC is only working 25 degrees difference, and your insulation that's in your attic between your living space is going to really help you reduce some of that, and your AC is just not going to work as much. So at 150 degrees, your AC is going to run a lot. At 100 degrees in your attic, it's not going to work as much. So this system will actually prolong your AC unit, and it'll also save you money in your energy costs. So you got to calculate both those in. How long will it prolong the life of my AC unit? And then how much will I save in cooling costs? And we're seeing customers save anywhere from 10 to 30% in their cooling costs in the summer. So great option. We are super excited about this product. We've had nothing but great results. We haven't had one customer that we've had issues with in the sense of how it was installed and them not finding results similar to what I've talked about. So online, alpharain.com. You can also call us at 540-222-1642. I'm going to set this panel over here and end the video. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video.